Hey guys, today I wanted to go ahead and talk about my experience skydiving. I think that skydiving is absolutely amazing. I am waiting for my sister to turn 18 just so we can go again. And I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about it because I think that so many people are like terrified of the idea of it. And I just had a really great experience. It was a while back, but I decided to just go ahead and reminisce. First things first, I decided to go skydiving when I was, I believe, a freshman in college, and I actually ended up talking to the person who's my roommate now. I was talking to her about it, and I was like, hey, like, we should go skydiving, and she was like, you know what, like, I'd totally be down for it. And you know how usually, like, people will, like, say yes, and then, like, you just never talk about it again, so it's just kind of like, yeah, okay, bye. But literally we like sat, ate lunch together in the cafe, and like literally like when we were leaving we were already calling different places and figuring out how we would do it. Now my cousin had already gone skydiving and he told us the place that he went to, and he was like, it was fine, it was fun. So we ended up calling that place. I literally like called my dad. You know, my parents are pretty strict, or my dad is. My mom's a little bit more lenient, but my dad answered the phone, and I was like, hey, I wanted to ask you something. He goes, what's up? Well, he didn't say what's up. He was like, what is it? And so I was like, so I want to jump out of a plane. I think up to the point like to where he like saw me actually get on the plane, I don't believe he actually thought I was going to do it. So he was like, okay, he was like, do you realize what you're asking me? And I was like, yeah, like I really want to do it. And my reasoning behind this is that I am actually scared of heights. There are certain things that like just being able to see the bottom and like just being like standing there like would freak me out. So I just kind of wanted to conquer it, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. We ended up calling the place, we set it up, we paid, and it was me, or it was my roommate. She wasn't my roommate at the time, but she is now. So it was her, it was my friend from back home, and her friend from back home, and we all decided to meet up. So I knew her, but I didn't know her friend, and she knew me, but she didn't know my friend. But we all just decided we were gonna risk dying together. We went to, I was already back around the place where we were gonna skydive because it was like a little further away from where I lived, and I think we were on break or something, and I was already in that area. So she ended up driving up and meeting us there. So, you know, we're all like introducing each other, like, hey, like, I don't know you, but I'm jumping out of a plane with you. And we get there and we're like signing all the documents. And that's probably one of the scariest things about the whole experience, was signing the documents, because you're literally signing your life away. Like, we promise that if I die, my parents will not sue this place. And it's like, oh, okay. And they take you to like go see a video, and you know, you have to prove, there are a few requirements. I think there's a weight limit, and that one I've seen varies a little bit, but I believe it's between 200 or 260 pounds, or at least for the tandem skydiving. So that's when there's another person with you, and you also have to be 18. That's not the same for bungee jumping, because I've heard like some people are like, well, if your parents sign, no, you have to be 18. We ended up going to the video place, and they showed us like all the stuff that was going to go down, like the steps that were going to be taken, and like the possibilities of us literally dying. Like, it was like, you know, you need to know what you're getting yourself into. It's not just like like, you really do have to know what you're getting yourself into and know that there are risks, and they need to protect them. Like, the place that you're going to needs to protect themselves against any type of lawsuits. We paid extra to get videos recorded because we didn't know if we were ever going to do it again. This was like on my bucket list, and I decided to do it, and I didn't know if we were ever going to do it again. after my experience, I would definitely do it again. So, you know, they take you on the plane and well, first obviously they put all the suits on you and all that, and they explain how it all works, and then they take you on the plane. And up to this point, I honestly was just like, this isn't happening. There's no way. Like, it just seems so unreal to like be doing something that I'd been looking forward to for so long. Like, I wanted to do this for such a long time. As we're going up there, you still have, well, at least the place that we went to, you still have the opportunity of not jumping. So obviously they can't force you to jump. So I think it's like halfway up, they'll ask you again just to make sure. And at this point, like, I don't, like, you can't get a refund, but at least they know. And they were like, hey, like, how are you doing? Are you feeling okay? And like, we weren't the only ones on the plane. There were other people, like, from, because they have to fill up, you know, the little plane that they have to fill it up. So there were like 2 or 3 other people that we like had never met before. And they looked over at me and they're like, hey, like, you know, are you feeling all right? You still okay with doing it? And I was like, yeah. And this whole time, like, I'd been so quiet. And if you know me, I am really quiet. I'm pretty loud. I'm always talking. And I had just been pretty, like, shut down. Like, I was just kind of processing everything that was going on and just taking it all in. And I think it's just because I didn't really believe that I was doing it. We got up to the very top. And when we got there, they, you know, opened the latch. And the first person goes in. And now the thing is, like, I don't like being too close to people, but they literally, when you're doing the tandem skydiving, they literally pull you in so far. Like, you're literally basically sitting on their lap and you're just like, hey, I don't know you, but I'm on your lap now. And it was just like really awkward. But, you know, I was like, either I sit on this man's lap or I risk dying. So I was like, I'm gonna sit on his lap. You have to like put your head back against like their, just so that you don't like hit your head whenever you fall out, because there's just so much. Anyways, so then finally they count it down and then you jump. And when you jump, you have to like keep your hands out like this, and you're literally just floating. And it is the coolest feeling. Like, you don't feel like you're moving at all. You're literally just like, it's like you're being caught by the wind, and it's just the coolest feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. You're seeing everything from a different perspective, and at the same time, you just, like, it was so much fun. You couldn't hear anything because the wind was blowing so hard, and like everything was just going everywhere. You know, you're making all these ugly faces. And then they push for the parachute. Like, they pull a little thing. That hurt because it literally like latches onto, like, so that you have this like harness that is lifting you, and it wraps around your thighs as well. And so when they pull it, it like literally like you just kind of like hang and it pulls really hard. And so I remember like being like, that thing just like cut my thigh. And they took us around for a while and just kind of let us like literally like just go around and see the wonderful magic of nature. And we were just kind of like chilling for a good 5 minutes. I ain't gonna lie, I was getting a little, you know, sick from all that. Like, we just kept going in circles, and I was like, whoa. When you land, they like teach you how you're supposed to land. So there's like a specific way that you're supposed to land. And after that, my friends told me, they were like, bro, we thought you were like gonna not do it because you were so quiet, you shut down. And I was like, I was just processing. But it was like just the coolest experience, and I absolutely loved it. I would most definitely do it again. I would love to do it in like a different country, or like, you know, on one of my trips, just kind of go for it, because I did it for like the experience, but now I want to do it for like just don't know how to explain, like the magic of it, like seeing a different, like going to a specific area in which like you just really get to see like how beautiful nature can be. But yeah, anyways, they had a little shop where you could go and buy like different things about your skydiving experience, and I bought this shirt, which as you can see, scoot in, it's so faded because I've used it so much. I got it in a bigger size, and so I wear it a lot because it's super comfy. And then the back, I don't know if you can see this, it has like the whole logo for skydiving. So that was basically my experience, and I would most definitely want to go again. It was so much fun. It's just, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still scared of heights because like it's so different when you do skydiving. Like you don't feel like you're like about to like die. Like I would be more willing to do skydiving than bungee jumping again, just because like I feel like bungee jumping, I've never done it before, but I feel like bungee jumping, that rope could just, and for some reason I feel more secure jumping out of a plane. Alright, so I'm going to insert real quick my video on my skydiving experience. Please don't make fun of my nasty faces, because you'd probably be making the same nasty faces when you got wind literally giving you a facelift as you're falling down. Anyways, here it is.